Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're still running a Hackintosh in late 2025, you know the writing's on the wall. Apple's all in on Apple Silicon, and Tahoe, the last Intel-friendly macOS, feels like the end of an era. But a recent Reddit thread in Hackintosh is sparking real talk. Is the future just backporting old-school vibes like Mavericks, or is there hope for something bigger? I dove into the post and comments, over 300 upvotes, 86 replies, and pulled out the raw takes. No fluff, just community wisdom on where Hackintosh goes from here. Let's break it down. The thread, titled "The Future of Hackintosh is a New Mavericks Forever," dropped on November 26, 2025. The core idea? With Apple ditching Intel support, we're stuck tweaking Tahoe, the final Intel macOS from earlier this year. That means backporting new apps, web browsers, and features to make it feel fresh. Or, even cooler, system-wide theme mods to slap on modern Tahoe or Sequoia looks without the hardware headache. It's all a stopgap until, big if, someone cracks full M-series emulation with working graphics. The post nails the nostalgia. Mavericks from 2013 was peak Hackintosh golden age. Stable, customizable, eternal. Why not recreate that magic on modern rigs? But the comments, they're a mix of hope, hard truths, and just buy a Mac vibes. First, the optimism, because yeah, some folks are still all in on the Tinker life. A ton of users geek out over the joy of fixing texts, mapping USBs, and building custom beasts that no Apple Store sells. One common thread: Hackintosh taught them macOS inside and out, turning noobs into pros. Think about it. Patching sleep issues or DSDT for perfect hardware integration? That's pure satisfaction, like jailbreaking your iPhone back in the day. Tools like OpenCore Legacy Patcher or CorpNewt's USB map get shoutouts for keeping things alive. And for themes, community hacks to port newer UI elements to Tahoe are already popping up. Softer corners, updated icons, even dynamic wallpapers. If you're on an Intel i7 or Ryzen setup, this could stretch your rig another year or two. Excitement peaks around backporting. Imagine Chrome's latest AI features or Final Cut plugins running smooth on a Mavericks 2.0. It's not dead, it's evolving into a retro modding scene. But let's be real, skepticism dominates, and for good reason. M-series emulation? Most say it's a pipe dream. Apple's undocumented instructions and GPU lockdown make it a nightmare. Think massive overhead, no metal acceleration, and crashes galore. Even Asahi Linux on M1s struggles with full graphics. Full macOS? Forget it without Apple's blessing. Comments hammer home the endless grind. Constant patches for security updates. Buggy Wi-Fi sleep fails on wake. One big gripe: community help is spotty. Forums full of read the guide snark instead of real fixes. And with M4 minis now dirt cheap, under $1,000 for solid specs, why fight? Battery life, stability, and zero tinkering? That's the dream Hackintosh promised but rarely delivered long term. The big pivot in the thread? Alternatives are winning hearts. Dozens of stories about ditching Hack for real Apple gear. One user swapped a finicky Intel build for an M2 Max NAC Studio. 32 gigs RAM, half a terabyte storage, snagged for around €1,000 in Europe. Instant regret over the Hack's bugs and incompatibilities. Others started with ancient Dells in 2010, graduated to gaming rigs turned Hack, then landed on M1 minis that just work. Pro tip from the vets: if you're learning, Hackintosh is gold, but for daily driving, go official. Linux on that old hardware? Surprisingly solid for non-macOS needs. Or virtualize Tahoe in parallels on an M-series Mac. Best of both worlds without the bootloader drama. Wrapping this up, the thread captures Hackintosh's soul. A hobby that's fun as hell when it clicks, but brutal when it doesn't. A new Mavericks via backports and themes could keep the flame alive for enthusiasts. But for most, 2025 is the year to evolve. Emulation's too far off, so grab that discounted M4 and call it a win. Hackintosh isn't dying quietly. It's inspiring a generation to appreciate what Apple built. What about you? Still patching away on Tahoe or eyeing that mini? Planning a theme mod? Drop your setup in the comments. Intel or ARM? Let's chat. If this hit home, like the video, subscribe for more Hack and Mac deep dives, and hit the bell. Links below, the full Reddit thread, Open Core Guide refresh, and that sweet M-Series deal mentioned. Thanks for watching. Keep hacking smart. Peace.